Summer is just around the corner and we are seriously running out of time to get into the best shape of our lives. So I thought I'd put together a video for you guys explaining how to lose body fat in the absolute fastest way so you can get in the best shape possible for summer. Now, a quick disclaimer, this approach is not sustainable at all and I seriously wouldn't recommend it long term. In fact, quick fixes are always something I would stay away from, apart from certain circumstances like this where summer is so unbelievably close. And you want to become the most confident version of you in a short period of time. And when I say do this for a short period of time, I mean literally a few weeks. If you want life-changing results, this probably isn't the video for you, as this is not going to be a long-term approach that is going to completely change your life. For that, you have to build long-term habits over time. And this is actually something I cover in my coaching program, which you can apply for via the coaching link in the description. I'll leave it as the top link. With that being said, if you're worried about summer approaching and you want to shred fat fast and become as confident as you possibly can in this time period, these tips will work for you. But as I said, this is a short-term approach. And again, I want to emphasize this, only a short-term approach. You do not do this over a long period of time. But if you're willing to stay committed and give 110%, you can make pretty noticeable changes in a short period of time and become a lot more confident in your body. Now, there are two things that we are going to cover, and to be honest, they both go hand in hand. So make sure to stick around to the end and hit the like and subscribe button if by the end of the video you've enjoyed. Let's get straight into tip number one. Tip number one is to increase your energy expenditure, or the amount of calories you are burning. There are 4 ways as human beings we burn calories, and they look a little bit like this chart that you'll be seeing on the screen right now. First of all, your BMR. We won't go into too much depth here as this is something you can't really change rapidly, but basically it stands for basal metabolic rate and is the number of calories burned from basic functions such as breathing and sleeping. The second way we burn calories is exercise, physical activity. Now, this is probably the easiest one to change. Generally, it's as easy as just increasing the amount of exercise you're doing. To do this, you can increase the amount of cardio you're doing or spend more time weight training by doing more exercise and sets. Basically, just train longer and train harder. The third way we burn calories is via neat calories. This is non-exercise activity thermogenesis. This is calories you burn from movement that isn't purposeful exercise. So for example, walking to your car or maybe walking to the toilet, taking the bins out maybe. These are just a few ways we burn neat calories on a day-to-day basis. Now, there are a few ways I like to increase my neat calories, and you're probably going to think these are mental, but trust me, they work. The first way to increase neat calories is by parking in the furthest space away at any car park, whether that's the gym car park or your work car park or sort of any other car park, I suppose. The second way we can increase neat calories is by walking around when you are brushing your teeth. 4 minutes extra walking a day can make a big difference. And the third way is to only fill up my bottle halfway when I'm at the gym. That way I have to travel to the water fountain more often and therefore complete more steps. As I said, they are mental, but trust me, they work. Finally, you have the thermic effect of food. Now, you actually burn calories from digesting food, and protein has a higher thermic effect than the other 2 macronutrients, carbohydrates and fats. So increasing your protein intake is actually a good way of burning more calories. So my aim for you is to eat at least 40% of your calories from protein. You can determine this number by using MyFitnessPal, which is an app I've recommended in previous videos. Now, this brings me nicely into point number 2, as now we're going to be covering the diet side of things. To lose body fat fast, you need to eat in a big calorie deficit. As said previously, this is only a short-term approach and not long-term, like literally a matter of weeks. So usually I would recommend aiming for only a 1 pound to 0.5 kg loss per week, but for quick results, let's aim for 2 pounds or around 1 kg of body fat loss per week. To lose 1 pound of body fat per week, you need to be in a 3,500 calorie deficit across the week. So 500 calories per day. Obviously 500 calories times 7 days is 3,500. Therefore, to lose 2 pounds per week, you need to be in a 7,000 calorie deficit across the week. So obviously 1,000 calories per day. If we go back to point number 1, say for example, your energy expenditure or the amount of calories you are burning per day is 3,000 calories. You want to be eating 2,000 calories per day to obtain that 1,000 calorie deficit. Obviously 3,000 calories burnt minus 2,000 calories eaten is going to mean you hit that 1,000 calorie deficit, which is obviously what we want to be aiming for. And as I said, you can track this using MyFitnessPal. Now, I won't lie to you, this is hard, and therefore we need to make sure we are feeling full. We need to find ways to make sure we are feeling satisfied, and we need to make sure we are energized. And I have 3 main ways of doing this. First of all, bulking out my meals with foods that are low in calories. So plenty of veg, plenty of berries. This will go a long way to making sure you keep yourself full. Secondly, you want to use low calorie alternatives. I'm a big fan of ice cream, so I'll substitute the Ben & Jerry's for low calorie alternatives such as Halo Top and Oppo. These have under 400 calories for the entire tub, which keeps my sweet tooth satisfied and keeps me away from craving any higher calorie ice cream. Other great options are 10 calorie jellies and things like fiber bars. Finally, drinking plenty of water. Water is an easy source of energy and to an extent it actually keeps you full. Not to mention water has an outrageous amount of other positive benefits such as the obvious hydration and improvements of sleep. Now we're all set. When it comes to my approach, which I'm literally doing for 3 weeks, as I said, very short term, I'm currently burning around 3,200 calories per day, and this is via training for 150 minutes overall, so whether that's cardio or weight training, and I'm consuming 2,200 calories per day, so I'm in that 1,000 calorie deficit. My protein intake, I try to keep above 200 grams per day, again, to make sure of that thermic effect, which I mentioned earlier. But remember, everyone is different and this approach may not work for you. So if you want the exact approach that is going to work for you, make sure to visit the top link in my description and you can apply to be coached by me. I want to help you get in the shape of your life long term, building up healthier habits over time to make sure you can become the absolute most confident version of yourself. As per usual, guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave it a like, make sure to hit subscribe and turn that notification bell on. I'll catch you in the next one. Big love, H.